Good afternoon, my people. You know what time it is. 7:30. Your boy, Rush the Guillotine on Saturdays. And today we got my man, Hybrid the Rapper, coming in with the brand new album that just dropped. What up, Hybrid?
What's up, homie? Good to be back.
Oh, yeah. It's good to have that Kentucky flavor back in the spot.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So, tell the Rap Fiend listeners about this new project you got, man, that you just dropped today.
Well, first off, man, this new project has been a bucket list of mine, kind of lingered in the back of my mind for years and years. It's a project I wanted to do stylistically. I always wanted to do a West Coast influenced album. But not only West Coast and Bay Area, like as it is now, but more so like a golden era, mid to late 90s style West Coast album. So I handpicked all my beats and got some production that were in that vein. And I sort of used my imagination and pretended as if I was a West Coast artist, how I would approach an album. So the reason being that I grew up loving all music back in the 90s, all rap music, but I was obsessed and a complete collector and connoisseur of Bay Area, West Coast music. And not just the mainstream big names, not just the Tupacs and Snoops and Death Row Records and
Mac Dre, huh?
All of that, man. Yeah. Vallejo, Oakland, San Francisco, Richmond. Yeah, man. I love the obscure people. I collected it. So if I saw Mac Dre's name on an album, if I saw E40's name or Mac Mall, I bought it. I was visiting CD stores and collecting that type of material. It became an obsession. I fell in love with the lifestyle, with the imagery, with the fashion, with the sound, with the beats, with the slang. And it always resonated with me. Me and all my friends at the time. And there was so much really good music coming out at that time back then, especially with all the little indie labels that were sprinkled all throughout the Bay and throughout California. And I fell in love with it, and I collected it. I bumped it. I showed it to people. I bragged on it. I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got in my car, I took people on a trip to the West Coast.
Yeah.
I took it to the West Coast, man. I loved it. And I still like it. But at that time, at that impressionable age, late years of my teenage years going into my 20s, when a lot of people were bumping, the Jay-Z's and soon to be Eminems and the Outkast and the Mobb Deeps and the Rap-A-Lots and all of those groups. I liked all that stuff too, but I was bumping the Oakland rappers and the Vallejo rappers and the Compton rappers. Right. I was big into the mid to late 90s West Coast music. And so on this project, I found beats locally. Yeah, I paid homage. It's like a huge dedication to the music that influenced me, and the certain artists that did. And when you listen to the album, you could tell not only by the beats, obviously, but my delivery, my slang, my references, the way that the things that I about a little bit, obviously I wasn't fronting on it. I wasn't talking about gang banging and set tripping or nothing crazy like that. But I was sort of using my sociological imagination. That was a term that I learned back in school. It's pretty much where you sort of use your imagination and think about another place and time and another area, and you sort of can feel empathy, or you can relate and resonate and see what other people were going through and living through. And so this was a way that I could get back to my influences and what I fell in love with when I first started making music. And all these years passed, so I've wanted. It's almost like I wanted to revisit that vibe and make some music that that I would have bumped back then and that I fell in love with back then. So it's like I put myself in that frame of mind. That's why it's called West Coast Field Trip.
Oh,
It's kind of like I'm taking my listener on a road trip with me out west with the sound. And throughout the album, through references, and I sneak in shout outs, and I sneak in slang, and I sneak in West Coast ideas, you know. And they're not necessarily modern ones. I kind of took it back to that time as much as I could,
right?
You know, without overdoing it and oversaturating it. I try to make it go as natural as possible. But that's the whole motivation behind it. It was a bucket list. I wanted to do a conceptual mixtape, something that I could just have fun with, you know, and see what I would sound like on those type of beats, you know, and I've made songs over the years similar, you know, obviously they came out, but this one I consciously was like, okay, it's got to sound West. It's got to be West Coast.
It's got to be the West Coast flavor.
Yeah. And I think it's a success. I got lucky to come across beats over the years, and I sort of tucked them away in a little folder, and I always knew that I would eventually do something. And then here in this last year, I made it happen.
Made it happen, yeah. All right, yeah, Hybrid. Well, let's go ahead and give them a sprinkle of the project. We got 4 Deep.
Hey, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. That was actually the first single on the album. It has a music video out there. Even the music video has a West Coast vibe to it, as much as we could pull off here in Kentucky. But yeah, we sort of play with the imagery, and you know, came with as much of a West Coast visual as we could. And yeah, man, hopefully the listener hears it in there.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get it. Hybrid the Rapper, Kentucky. We going Kentucky, West Coast in the 90s, y'all. He's bringing us back in the time capsule. Let's get it. 4 Deep.
Hey, let's get it.
Rap Fiend Radio with your boy Guillotine, Hybrid the Rapper. Let's go. Station with the hits for your fix. We serve the hip hop fiends. Let's go.
Stayed up in the studio, the club ain't shit. How you gon' murder me, dog? The gloves don't fit. Gave you collabs, that's the love I get. I must have been with the click the way I be legit. E, for their albums I can't seem to quit. D, fucking shot, now it never miss. Here's some sugar for your tea while y'all gossip and sip. I've been rocking this shit like I'm parking this bitch. I'm up early in the morning when the moon's still out. Got me gripping on my guns when the goon come out. 1,000 nuclear bombs ain't blind to me. The way you stole my style, I need a finder's fee. I've been on my grind, grinding my teeth. Your label is gone when I find the right beat. Ain't got time for sleep, ain't enough time in the week. Man, I gotta be strong, ain't got time to be weak. Let's go.
I'm with my homies, we 4 deep. Know we gotta get this money. Till the sun goes down in a small town, we gon' make it out. Ride with my homies and we 4 deep. Till the sun goes down in a small town, we gon' make it out.
Paul spirit, raw lyrics, y'all overcooked, overlooked, trying to get the world I'm overbooked. Overlooking the sunset off the overlook. The older I get, I'm wiping the dust like an order book. So just look nervous when they hit the front line. Clocking in the work, I ain't got no lunch time. Crunch time, hit a rapper with a punchline. Sometimes I be thinking of the sunshine. Summertime comes to mind when I think about all them big bottles, speaking of homies who drinking out. Mother's right, maybe Tupac in another life. But the game's kinda dull like a butter knife. The Mac minister, y'all just act sinister. Finishing my test up from last semester. Ask professors if I did my homework. We in the studio, we work from home, jerk.
I'm with my homies, we 4 deep. Know we gotta get this money. Till the sun goes down in a small town, we gon' make it out. I'm with my homies and we 4 deep. Till the sun goes down in a small town, we gon' make it out.
Rap Fiend Radio with your boy Rush the Guillotine, Hybrid the Rapper, the Kentucky West Coast dude.
What's up?
Yes, paying homage to the West Coast Hybrid. That's what he doing on this CD. Did y'all feel that on that joint or what?
Fo deep. Big shout out to my homie Jay Miller on that hook. He came through and really he always has a kind of a 90s R&B style of singing, so he fit perfect. And he actually was on 3 tracks on the album too, so he helped decorate it as well.
Oh yeah, give it that Nate Dogg kind of presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, you gotta have that in the West Coast, man. And I mean, it's just an organic feel with the West Coast. You gotta have that singing in there somewhere.
Got to, man. Got to.
And that track had kind of like that little Crip Walk vibe a little bit to it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That song's got a good response, man. The video really took off. Did some good numbers. People really liked it. It was total curveball from what I had been doing, and people were like, kind of took them back a little bit. They liked the energy of it.
Yeah,
it has some wordplay in there, like the Click shout out. I don't know if you remember the Click.
Oh yeah,
but that was E40's family and group, and I was a big into Sick With It Records, and that's what I did. That's what I shouted out everybody. I must have been with the Click, the way I be legit, and D Shot and Sugar T and E40 and all that. I did some wordplay using their names, so I had to start it off with that.
Yeah, sprinkle me, man. Yeah, that's that. They had their own style. That shows you right there. Originality always can win, man, because they came in with their own flavor, and people picked up on it.
Yeah, and they were one of the first to not only get signed to a big label because they got signed to Jive, but then he turned around, took money, and started Sick With It and put on all his family and friends. So I always really, really liked E40's moves back then because he stepped forth as a solo artist and blew up, but he also brought a ton of people with him and gave everybody an opportunity and started a whole label, even though he was on a bigger label.
Right.
E40 really was one of my top 5s, not only because of his flow and originality, but just the moves that he made. Because, I would buy albums just because they featured him. He was... Mm-hmm. And back then, wasn't no emailing tracks back and forth, so he was really moving and grooving. He must have been all up and down the coast in studios because that man was on everybody's album.
He reminds me of like the Bay Area, Oakland, Master P, kind of like, because he doing big things now. I think he still got that wine, or I think it's wine he got. Yeah,
man, and
he's doing big moves.
And his catalog's humongous. I have a huge, catalog, of music, and a lot of the reason I worked at that rate was because of 3 people that I saw that I was like, man, they are always dropping, and that was Tupac, Mac Dre, and E40. Like at any given time, you could go and they just had multiple projects, and they were everywhere. They were always working, always dropping songs. I can remember going to the CD store and seeing Mac Dre having 3-4 albums out, because he had served some jail time, and as soon as he got out, he just went crazy.
Yep.
He went crazy independently, and was just putting projects out, started his own label. And before his untimely death, he was really moving up there. I mean, he was kind of the face of the whole hyphy movement and independent grind. He was making it really fun to rap. He brought the party back.
Right.
And you can go and listen to interview after interview of people saying those kind of good things about him, that he was really that guy, that face. And I always respected their grind. And of course, eventually Tech Nine. And what a lot of people don't know is Tech Nine was kind of getting his start from some of those West Coast guys like E40 and Yuck Mouth and people like that. You would see Tech Nine appear on some of their albums. And that's why I became a fan of him, was through them. So the collaboration effort that the West Coast was doing was just crazy because they were all just working together, and it's like they had their own industry there.
Yeah, and they was making noise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hybrid, let's go on to the next joint, man. I'm looking at Road Trip.
Road Trip. Yeah, that's actually the opening track on the album. And you listen to it, I kind of narrated a little bit, kind of like the principle of, hey, y'all, we're going to go out west on this one. You know, let's load up the car. Let's take a road trip. Let's ride. And then this album's going to be the playlist. You know what I'm saying? So the road trip is a good way to start the album off, actually.
Let's go, Hybrid the Rapper. What's the name of the project again?
West Coast Field Trip.
West Coast Field Trip, and this is part of it, Road Trip. Let's get it, y'all. Rap Fiend Radio station, baby, for the independents.
Wanted was camaraderie, no politics. Gotta smash the hottest chicks. Gotta stack a lot of grip. Gotta put my heart in this. Nomad tatted on my arm, I had to leave home. I had that faded Jesus piece with them cheap stones. In 06, I had dreams of chrome rims with old friends. Never invest in no chick, I'm so slick. Stack chips, pack clips, Mac chicks with fat lips. Ski skirt, logo on my t-shirt, that rap shit. At the gun range with my son, tell him aim steady. Nightmares ain't movies, can't blame Freddy. Game fitty, my game top notch, on time like a stopwatch. Sasquatch, legend in the hills, I'm the mascot. Ask the genie for a lap dance in a black Lamborghini to match my black beanie so these cats can see me. I'm a meanie, throw a needy chick's number out the window. Summer in the rental in a Hummer blazing indo.
Came from the cave, but was raised on Mac Dre. Black Mall E43 times Cray. I took a field trip all the way to the bay. No need to trip, I'ma do my thing. West side on my mind like a Hollywood vibe. Tupac, boy, be legit, that's right. Pack my bags and we left down south. Young mouth in the deck, smoking on some loud.
I operate like doctors when the operation's needed. Bleed to block the key, unlock the proclamation, read it. The way y'all but still in the stolen identity. See, I keep it real, all original, no mimic me. Real underappreciated, feeling unappreciated. Keep on waiting, keep on hating till I'm alleviated. Let me see you rock if you're down with hybrid. Looking all dumb, always worried with item. I'm always lit like a light switch. I might mac a tight bitch, attack when the mic grip. Like this, tell me what the price is. Life got a time limit. I walk into the booth and simply rhyming it. Disappointed with y'all, I had to walk away. I keep my memories in the safe, locked away. So many words I forgot to say. So many times I could've died, but not today.
I came from the cave, but was raised on Mac Dre. Black Mall E43 times Cray. I took a field trip all the way to the bay. No need to trip, I'ma do my thing. West side on my mind like a Hollywood vibe. Tupac, boy, be legit, that's right. Pack my bags and we left down south. Young mouth in the deck, smoking on some loud.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. We headed out west on this one. Road trip. Pack the bags, you know what I'm saying? Kentucky to Cali. We about to hit the highway. We're gonna need at least an ounce for this.
I came from the cave, but was raised on Mac Dre. Black Mall E43 times Cray. I took a field trip all the way to the bay. No need to trip, I'ma do my thing. West side on my mind like a Hollywood vibe. Tupac, boy, be legit, that's right. Pack my bags and we left down south. Young mouth in the deck, smoking on some loud.
Yes, yes, y'all. Smoking on that loud. Hybrid the Rapper smoking that Cali good. Yeah, so yeah, I get that. That's some classic type of Dre. It's one of them Dre type beats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm feeling the West Coast vibe on that.
Yeah, my homie, he commented on my Facebook post today. He's like, man, it's like you got with Dr. Dre on this whole project.
Yeah, that one most definitely sound like a Dre track.
Yeah, there's several on there that really they mesh well together. It sounds like, you know, directly from his beat folder for sure.
You went in there, hijacked him real quick. You did a Kentucky run to the West Coast and then came back to Kentucky with the goods.
Yeah. I got lucky, man. I've had some of the beats for years and years, and it wasn't the right time. So it all came together. It all came here recently. So
yeah. So these are just tracks that you just been marinating, just sitting on.
Yeah. Well, actually, the producer, he's in Sacramento. So it's an actual West Coast producer on about 75% of the album, maybe more actually.
Oh, okay.
And I got a couple other producers that just I just happened to get a West Coast vibe from them. But most of the beats were from a guy named Jamel, who actually resides in Sacramento. So he I'm not
West
sure.
Coast.
Yeah. You could tell by the bass lines and the drum beats and the keyboards. They for sure got it in there, a lot of those little synthesized flutes and funky bass lines and piano keyboards. Nothing too dark, it's all got a little funk in there.
Yes, sir. So what's the goal for this album, man? Are you going to release videos for each track on this one, or?
Nah, I'm probably just gonna. I got a new video. We're going to play the song here in a little bit, but I got another one coming out Wednesday to sort of follow up. And I dropped the 4 Deep video a few weeks back. But for the most part, I'm just going to make short little content for it. I'm just going to promote it on social media, little clips and little content. I might mess around and make another video or two. Okay. But for the most part, it's just going to be a little underground mixtape for my fans and hopefully for some new fans, and just kind of let it do what it does. I'm not gonna go all out, and make too many videos. If it happens, it happens. But I'm definitely gonna drop on Wednesday, and I'm gonna push the 4 Deep for sure. And who knows, man? I might make another 2 or 3 at most. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it do what it does, and make content for it. I'm gonna make a lot of little snips and TikToks and little reels for it, and push it like that.
Yeah. So the last album, man, how did the last album go for you?
Man, the Chris album was a huge success. Okay. Of course, that was a thick album. I mean, it was 20 plus songs.
You had a lot of meat on that one.
Yeah, it was full. It had remixes. It had tons of collaboration, tons of music videos. Still bumping it, still promoting it. Yeah, it definitely was a success all in all. And this is kind of a follow-up gift. This was something I wanted to, like a mixtape. I wanted to buy a little time, give them something totally different, have fun with it, nothing too deep, nothing sad, no sappy, sad boy songs on there, no love songs. Just wanted to have fun with it, basically, and have a banger, I may perform some of these songs and just have fun with them. I actually already have at a few shows. Okay. But basically just ending out the year with this. And I'm going to switch gears next year, and I'm not going to do a lot of big albums. I'm going to do a bunch of EPs. Okay. So this is kind of just like a one last hurrah
for the year,
for 2024, and gonna kind of switch gears next year, and I'm gonna drop a lot, but they're only gonna be small little albums. I just want to go kind of EP crazy, and drop some 5 to 7 track tapes next year, probably one every like 2-3 months, and just try something different, just try a different approach. I love doing the big albums, but it's not really the move nowadays. A lot of songs kind of go unheard, and they make great playlists and all that, but a lot of good songs go missing. When they're tucked away at the bottom, of a playlist, and so I could have easily made that last album into 2 projects, honestly. So this one's an in between. I mean, it's a full album. It's a cohesive concept. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna push these 2, and I still got the album I did with Shooter, the House Party album, which actually kind of goes well with this album, really, because it had a lot of '90s vibes and concepts to it. So this is almost an extension of that one a little bit.
That Shooter McGavin joint, that did have a lot of '90s, kind of feel.
I might have still been in that frame of mind. I don't know, man. Because we kind of recorded. I was recording them around the same time. So yeah, we'll see, man. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna drop a new video Saturday. Actually, speaking of Shooter, he'll be on that. He'll be in that video too. So
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
yeah,
So
yeah.
still working with Shooter.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. All right, man. I'm looking at From Here featuring T Miller.
Yeah, Jay Miller, man. He's the same guy that was singing on the Four Deep song, and this is actually the last track of the project. So the reason it's called From Here, it's kind of like, all right, we came out to the West Coast, we did our thing, we out here, we visited Hollywood, we visited Oakland, we went all these places. Now what? Now from here, what's the next move? What's the next play? So it's kind of the final track of the album. Not as West Coast sounding, but the vibe of it, to me, still had it. And it's kind of like the finale of the tape, and it's kind of like, all right, what's the next play? What's the next move? We went out west, we took our field trip, now where are we going to go? And that's why it's called From Here. And it actually features my homegirl, Reva. She's a female rapper from my area, and I got a lot of collabs with her, so she drops the second verse on here. So this one's a feature. But yeah, this is the very last track on the tape.
Word up. Let's get it, y'all. Let's see what From Here is talking about. From Here, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Hybrid the rapper, the boy stone cold like Steve Austin. Still rap in my coffin. Pop pills not often. Most rappers awful. Sign a daily costume. Fit looking awesome. Hybrid the rapper, the boy stone cold like Steve Austin. Still rap in my coffin. Pop pills not often. Most rappers awful. Sign a daily costume. Fit looking awesome. So real I'm flossing. Pull the pin and toss it. I'm a ghost in the game. See me up close, you afraid. I've been rapping like this since Cage. I've been going crazy like Nicolas Cage. Since 6th grade, since 5th grade, I was slinging mixtapes. When I had that cone that looked like a switchblade. I'm a mix between Luke Kane and Luke Cage, John Wick and Johnny Blaze. Hey, Rico hit me with that slick face, it's an ancient age. Yeah, I could do this all day. I'm a bucket in the basket. Fuck it, I don't pass it. A tisket, a tasket, your chick looking ratchet. Let's go.
Where do I go from here? Heaven's just too far for me to fear. Where do I go from here? Hell can wait, 'cause I'm not finished here.
I've been through hell and back, then back to hell again. No dough like 50 Cent, but can out-rap many men. Guess I'm screwed if it's all about the Benjamins. My patience paper thin, waiting for a major win. Still trying to make it out the south end. Time to stack this money up like a mountain. Or like I robbed the Brinks truck. Just a poor kid, always had to get the free lunch. Ain't ready to die, nah, not quite yet. Not till I can afford a go cover casket. Been rapping since then, MySpace days. Back of the classroom in the 9th grade. Leave a skull on the track when I killed 316s. Gonna show that I'm what the rap game needs. Got that green thumb, I'm growing some seeds. So I can blow up like Kendrick, get shade from money trees.
Where do I go from here? Heaven's just too far for me to fear. Where do I go from here? Hell can
Rap Fiend Radio, Hybrid the Rapper. Where do we go from here?
Where do we go? What's next? That's always the question.
That is the question. Where do we go? So where are you going from here? From this album? What's the next phase of the game?
Man, lately I've been really trying to, on the back end, and doing some administrative work lately on submitting and registering all my music, my catalog. That's kind of what I've been obsessed with lately, man. I procrastinated a lot of aspects and didn't take the time to learn some of the business and some of the secretary work that needs to be done with getting all your songs claimed, submitted, and registered. And so lately, that's what I've been doing, and I'm going at a good pace, moving into these cold months as the winter comes. So I'm going to take off from doing shows and recording for a little bit and just focus on, the back end and doing all the unseen work to not only get paid, but get my music covered and get it official and get it monitored by all the different systems and companies. So that's what I've been doing lately. And I'm doing pretty good. Of course, I got a lot of music to do, so I'll be working pretty steady for the next year doing that. And in the meantime, I'll just be dropping content and videos and like I said, small EPs and stuff. So I'm going to take a little break from the recording, from the studio, and from the live shows. Let the winter hit, and frost over, and then use that time to do all those unseen things that a lot of artists, including myself, disregard. So I've been focused on that.
That's the most important part.
I know, man. I'm working backwards, man. Hey. Don't make me feel bad, because every time I hit that click, I hit that submit button, I'm thinking, damn, I could have made some money off that song already. Like.
That's the thing, man. Like people. I mean, to be creative, the creative process is wonderful. To put your, music out there to the outlets and all that, but the stuff that you're doing now, because now you're backtracking. So all the songs, like let's just say you had a 100-song catalog. Now you got to go back and do all the paperwork for each of those songs.
I know,
and
man.
Get all that situated and coded and blah blah blah, man.
Copy and pasting links and clicking bubbles and typing. Yeah, man, it's a lot, and I am working backwards, and it feels good, but it hurts along the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking, man, I coulda, woulda. On this one.
Within that process, do it all together. Then once you jump out, you ain't got nothing to worry about with that one. So maybe like once you clear everything up, then, from your future on, you just go and do it hand by hand, step by step together.
Yeah, just maintaining, and it won't be hard then, but I'm pretty much taking a lifetime's worth of work, around 900 songs. Just to be honest, including collaborations and side projects and stuff. So I'm trying to do it. It's like, it's like Tupac having to sit down and take everything he ever did and start typing away, and this is all that stuff the labels do for people, but it's also the stuff that they don't tell people. And so I'm working backwards. It's sad, because I took a lot of pride over the years being independent, but I was just lazy and not wise, and I didn't have the knowledge, And so if knowledge is power, then I was kind of being dumb and weak, and I, it's you do all this time recording these songs and writing these songs and doing all this work, and then you don't.
There's outlets right now that's probably trying to pay you, and they don't know who to pay.
Yeah. There's money probably sitting there, and some fund.
You got money sitting and they don't know. I mean, I hear it a lot. Like, people do this stuff, and there's all these different kind of ways that you can get paid. But if you're not submitting or anything, it's just money just sitting.
And I had this really naive mentality that okay, I sign up for DistroKid and I just submit all my music through a distributor, and that handles the publishing.
That's so much more.
Yeah, there's so much more because they don't cover everything, and they definitely don't cover everything worldwide. And so you have all these different places playing your songs, whether it's popping up at a wedding, whether it's on iHeartRadio, you know, whether it's on TikTok, you know, there's so many places playing these songs.
You gotta have the right channels watching for the plays for you all over the world.
It's kind of like that whole phrase about if there's a tree fall in the woods and nobody sees it, does it really fall? It's like, yeah, you got these songs and they're out there, but is anybody keeping track? And so I'm learning, you know, and I still don't know it all. I'm learning every day, you know, and I've got it broke down to a nice little feasible plan, and I'm going to finish that plan and then kind of go from there, you know, and it just takes a lot of sacrifice and time, you know. Basically every day after work, I'm coming home and I'm clocking in again. Yep. And, you know, I ain't running around partying, and I got to say no here and there to hanging out every once in a while. You know, I can't just come home and start recording new material. Like, I got to zoom in and lock in on this because I owe it to myself, honestly. You know, I did all this work, made this huge catalog, but it's unseeable, and basically there's songs out there ain't generating nothing. Yeah. You know? And then also once you get them submitted and registered and all that, it gives you more incentive to want to make content for them and make videos and push them a little harder. Because then you're like, man, if I push this, then this song might generate.
Yeah, generate some dough for you.
Yeah, so it's a double-edged sword for sure. But yeah, like I said, man, working backwards.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to start somewhere. So I'm looking at Local, man.
Yeah, Local is the second single I put out. I put it out about a week ago. It's featuring my homie D Lil. It's kind of, you know, kind of what it's saying. It's kind of like, I'm just a local artist, but you got these bigger dreams. You know, you feel like you should be a headliner. You feel like you should be on top. Right. You got a bigger idea, and you seem bigger, but at the time, you know, you just seem like another local, you know. And so, so that's kind of what this track is.
All right, y'all. You got a feature on this one, it looks like, too.
Yeah. This is a guy named D Lil. He's from around my area, a city next to mine. He came to the studio, gave me 3 hooks on the album. He brought a nice little flavor to the album as well. He knew the concept and he knew the assignment, and he came through for me. So yeah, he's an up and coming artist in my area that I wanted to give a little shine, similar to Jay Miller.
That's what's up. Let's get it, y'all. Local, Hybrid the Rapper.
Go.
From a small town, trying to get to Cali like I'm dog pound. Leaning on the caddy with a tall can, awesome. Everybody around me is all fam. Weird energy in the room is off, man. When I walked in the room, she like, oh damn. Coming like a heat seeker, the beat freaker. I'm old school like a cheat beeper, the street sweeper. The world keeps spinning like a gold Dayton. Throwing down the youths, call me Gary Payton. Ballin' on them like Sean Kemp. Ballin' on them like Deadlift Shrimp. Ballin' on them like a pole pimp with a slow limp, no simp, eating cold shrimp. Oh, Cynthiana to Atlanta, Dakota to Savannah. I'm hollering Alabama, Santa Fe to Atlantis.
Everywhere I go, yeah, they know my name. I feel like I'm from here, local to the game. They feel like they winning, but they under me. They said that I couldn't do it, now what they gonna say? Everywhere I go, yeah, they know my name. I feel like I'm from here, local to the game. They feel like they winning, but they under me. They said that I couldn't do it, now what they gonna say?
I'm a low budget local, can you feel it when I flow? Always and forever 100 in my zone. Load up the 6-disc changer with mixtape bangers. New gear on the hangers, new bay like a manger. This is for the rappers that have come and gone. This is for the fans that hum along. One honest like Pun Ramen, the sun shining. You got plans, run it by me and come and find me. Never take a L, straight Ravel made bail. Excel 50 states, reinstate myself. Raising hell, raising the bar, I hate to fail. Blazing the trail, details can shake the frail. Y'all talk too loud, on a mission and I'm hustling. Struggle for my vision, my decision always come equipped. Running with 100 chicks, you running your lips. Running it up with a gun on your hip. You struggling with life, you stop.
Everywhere I go, yeah, they know my name. I feel like I'm from here, local to the game. They feel like they winning, but they under me. They said that I couldn't do it, now what they gonna say? Everywhere I go, yeah, they know my name. I feel like I'm from here, local to the game. They feel like they winning, but they under me. They said that I couldn't do it, now what they gonna say?
So sick, see the penicillin, grab it. Cold like the golden era in a chinchilla jacket. Grab the ratchet if you ratchet. See the money, I'ma stack it. Ain't no lacking in my Mac and big guns always packing. No time for famous gurus. Chicks dressed like poodles. Old school like Fubu, raised off the ramen noodles. This is ballin' music. I got them calling truces. For y'all to use it when I'm falling through, they lose it. From here to Madagascar in a fast car, I'ma blast off. Hats off the rappers that don't rap soft.
Tank full of gas and a pocket full of cash. Making money, how long will it last? Making it last, catching the pass. Blowing and burying, keeping the stats. Speaking it fast, making it last.
I'ma keep it 100, I'm running it back. Yo, I'm running this game, I want it so bad. Ay.
Everywhere I go, yeah, they know my name. I feel like I'm from here, local to the game. They feel like they winning, but they under me. They said that I couldn't do it, now what they gonna say? Everywhere I go, yeah, they know my name. I feel like I'm from here, local to the game. They feel like they winning, but they under me. They said that I couldn't do it, now what they gonna say?
Say I'm just a local. I need to move out west. Just takes that one big it takes that one person.
Rap Fiend Radio, who wants to be a local? Hybrid the rapper, West Coast thing.
West Side.
West
What's
Side,
up, y'all?
West Coast, local. I like the beat on that one. That was it reminded me of that Dre beat Next Episode, but the horns, you know what I'm saying? That doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, man.
It had that flavor, but the horns, just kind of took all that away. So that was straight.
Yeah, man. It got good vibes on the beats. Plus, they all slap. They all kind of got a little party feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think they'll like that one.
Yeah, the album's full of those type tracks too. It almost sounds like it was all created by the one producer. I really lucked out on that tip because sometimes it's not finding beats is not always easy, especially if you're looking for a specific sound.
Right.
And what's considered West Coast now might not have been that kind of West Coast back then. So even their sounds changed.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Yeah,
it's not
man.
the same West Coast sound now.
Yeah, I grew up off the, Dr. Dre's DJ Quick era, as far as beat making. But it seemed like a lot of the artists that I was listening to were more like Vallejo, Sacramento, especially Oakland. I was really big into Oakland. I don't know what it was, but they just had some heat and some really unique rappers back then. And it's crazy, because like social media, I try to track down some of those artists that I grew up listening to. And some of them are still relevant. You'll find a Spice One every once in a while, a Yuck Mouth of the Loonies or a Too Short or somebody that's still out there kind of moving. But a lot of those artists, man, I don't know what happened to them. It's like they didn't adapt, Maybe they passed away, maybe they went to jail, maybe they retired. But it's hard to find them. And then when you do find them, it's almost as if they just don't do it no more, or they didn't adapt when the internet came, Because when I was collecting them, it was the days of the distribution deals and the small labels that had little deals with the CD stores. So I could be in Louisville, Kentucky and find a West Coast album in a CD store because they had a distribution deal, so they were shipping copies back and forth. But when the internet hit, a lot of those little obscure labels sort of dissolved and went bankrupt, and just don't exist no more. It's not that era no more.
I mean, and plus you can't make as much money. Like, let's just talk about CDs versus streaming. I mean, there's no comparison.
Yeah,
the money is not there anymore.
Yeah, man. I made more money selling CDs in my hometown than I make on streaming globally.
Hey man, come on now. You already know.
But you know, I'm trying to adapt and I'm trying to figure it out because I know it's possible because there's cats out there that have figured it out, that are really generating a lot because in a sense it's like a hotel with a lot of rooms, you know, because you have so many more places now. So you can say the hotel is the label and every floor is an album and every room is a song. And you can literally generate money off each individual song.
Yeah.
Compared to back in the day, they just generated off of a whole project. So it's out there and it's possible. Just got to figure it out. And like we were talking about earlier, got to register all these songs. We got to get them to where they're actually being monitored. Yep,
I think that's the first base is that.
Yeah, man.
Because
and then of course the audience, it's one thing having a few hundred fans, a few thousand, but when you start to get tens of thousands or 100,000 fans, or maybe even in the millions, then you're more likely to generate more, obviously. So then it becomes just marketing.
Yep, marketing. And then that's like probably second, third base. Get that marketing game up.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it was all just the creation and the marketing aspect, but little did I know.
Yeah. Well, you still in here. You still working. You got time. You know what I'm saying?
Still learning. Yeah. Still learning.
We got to stay afloat, man. What's going on with Stay Afloat?
Gotta stay afloat. Hey, Stay Afloat, man, is a song that was actually on me and Shooter's first album, and I always liked it. And I found that new beat to it. I found it more of a West Coast type of beat, and for some reason it reminded me of that. And so I asked Shooter, I was like, man, you mind remix this track? So with his blessing, we re-recorded it to the new beat. So it's the same lyrics, the same concept as our other Stay Afloat track, just a whole new beat. And of course we delivered it a little bit different, and then also got Jay Miller to come sing backup with me. Got a little feature in there. So we basically just did a West Coast remix of one of our other songs. So that's what Stay Afloat is. And that's what the video dropping Wednesday is going to be, is to this one.
Oh, okay. And now Stay Afloat is on the House Party?
Nah, it was actually on our first album called Never Too Old.
Okay.
So it was on our first project. We had did two, and it was one of our original tracks.
Will do. All right. Stay afloat, y'all. Let's see what the guys are gospeling about. Let's go. Rap Fiend Radio, Hybrid the Rapper. Kentucky going West Coast.
Stay afloat. Knows me in this town of mine. All these dudes ain't down to ride. All these chicks ain't ride or dies. Got a pound of fry, we about to fly. I never had a million, still I ball like Vince Carter. Hustled a little bit harder, ex cheating, but I caught her. She got caught up, now I'm tired of being so hard. I'm tired of living with my guard up. This world like a garden, and flowers need that water. Look, man. That 9 mil got a ring to it. That 9 mil got a ring to it. This king music, y'all seem stupid. Mike in the closet, sing to it. Never too old to live a dream. Never too old to build a scene. Know what I mean with a home team. Y'all know me, I'm an OG, bro. Ride that beat like a Tesla. Don't need no hands, I'm next up. On the Hall of Fame with the best of. You on the wall of shame with the rest of. I used to rap on the block. Had dreams on the top. Story out bitches chop. Hollywood picture my plot. When I first hit that stage, mixed it in with the rock, with the hip with the hop, and now we itching a pop. I'm like my pops.
Another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. Another day, another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar.
One day I woke up with a black widow on my pillow. I always kept my doors shut and I sealed the windows. Despite what others say, I should've killed her. But since she hadn't bit me, I'll be her death dealer. So I released her to the world and let her have a piece. Because she could've took my life staying focused, dodging the hordes of locusts. I'm trying to redirect my path when morale's at its lowest. It's another day, it's another dollar. Overworked, overstretched, why do we even bother? There's always a purpose, and with purpose comes pain. Shout out to all my homies who falling short, but they've gained. Bouncing back from adversity. Take strength that you can get from a gym and it can't be seen.
Another day, another dollar. 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 Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar.
Hey,
Hey, get
Another
that shit. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, that's West Coast too.
yeah, man. I feel like we achieved the goal.
Your goal, yeah. You most definitely with the tracks. You got the goal, man. Sure.
Yeah, man. There's some other ones on there too. They take you right back. And like there's such an age shaming war going on nowadays, where everybody's like, it's like you got this division between new rap and the old heads that like the old sound. And so like there's kind of been a revival, especially with all the podcasts and all that, with all these older rappers from this generation kind of reviving themselves and going on tour and dropping new tapes and doing a lot of interviews. And there's like this need for the old school sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg about to drop an album together. Like,
Yeah, I heard.
there seems to be like a huge portion of rap fans out there that are kind of longing for that old school sound a little bit. They're kind of like, they're burnt out on autotune, they're burnt out on drug rap, they're burnt out on drill rap, they're burnt out on mumble rap. They're burnt out on twerking rap, and all this stuff. Like, they kind of want that old school sound.
Yeah.
And so this album is a little bit of that. It's me going back in time and dusting it off a little bit and putting a little new spin on it, but also paying homage, like we were talking about earlier, to the people that I fell in love with, and to that area, and to basically what the West Coast did for rap music. So.
Yeah, they just want they want that good old thing back. Sometimes it's just you just want that old flavor.
Want that old thing back. Yeah, man.
So that's just I mean, you can have 90 parties right now. I know there's some promoters, they do 90 parties because I mean it's just that that flavor. It's classic flavor.
Yeah, and there was so much personality back then. Like, a lot of artists nowadays run together because they're almost like carbon copies of other artists. So like their image and their sound and stuff is just so similar to the next artist. They just kind of blend together. Like, back in the golden era, it was so cool because everybody was so unique. Busta Rhymes didn't look or sound like Bone, and Bone didn't look or sound like Tupac, and Tupac didn't even partially resemble what Outkast was doing, and Atlanta didn't sound anything like Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like, It was just like, it was like a big Marvel universe of all these characters, and everybody was, Wu-Tang was nothing like what Death Row was doing, and like, even though Twister rapped fast, he didn't sound like Tech Nine. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was so different. Their style was different, their delivery, their tone, their beats, and I think people really pick up on that, and so back then, when you had an artist that you liked a lot, you would want to get everything they did because you knew they were the only one that could do that.
Yeah. It was just like that. It's like that. What's that? Patti LaBelle. Them pies that first came out. Like, damn. Like, you couldn't believe that you can get a good potato pie at Walmart that tastes that good. Like, damn. So that type of flavor,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, Hybrid, man. We got one more song, man. West Coast Dreaming.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a curveball. That's just a banger. That's all that one is. I heard that beat. It reminded me of an old Tupac beat. It just kind of jumps out at you, and so I just did a kind of a theme song anthem for the project on this one. Just snapped a little bit, and yeah. So that's what this one is.
All right, y'all. Let's listen to him snap. He is West Coast Dreaming. Hybrid the Rapper. Rap Fiend Radio with your boy Guillotine. Let's go.
Get it.
Like a ghost toast. Bumpin' Sally's head and now you know we're about to go down. From the east side of the country in the slow tip. Shows left to the outside like a showdown. Can I get the low down? Speakers about to blow out like parties at my old house. Money make it go round. 10 toes down and the game brains blow out. Oh wow, 10 hoes really tryna roll out. Got my lucky silver dollar in my pocket, we gon' rock it. I was born in Kentucky, got a blast like a rocket. If you hate me, better stop it. Never stopped us before. Need a gallon of Rossi to stop at the store. I'm a rap junkie, southern fried player from the hills. I'm a brother to my homies and they know me for my skills. West Coast dreaming, stay scheming for the come up. You a dumb monkey brain if you ever run up. West Coast dreaming, I was West Coast dreaming. West Coast dreaming. We was West Coast dreaming. I was West Coast dreaming. West Coast dreaming. I get loose on the beat while y'all losing the beat. Your girl loose in the streets giving deuces to freaks. I get loose like a pit off the leash on these tracks. Picking like Bruce when I spit off the beats when I rap. Dubtape, other rappers all but hurt. Southern rap like up church. Southern belle with a cut shirt. Long boots with a short skirt. Jim Morrison, friends pouring in. Boy, I money more to spend. Boy, I got a quarter gin. Money more than it quarter again. Big trophies need more to win. CDs better order them. Feeling like I've been born again. Kick back when I kick facts. Sit back when I spit raps. Ain't going tit for tat over this and that. I'm coming for 'em like get back. Better get back. Yo, all I had then was paper and a pen. Where were you when we were shooting in the gym? What's up? West Coast dreaming. I was West Coast dreaming. West Coast dreaming. We was West Coast dreaming. I was West Coast dreaming. West Coast dreaming. We was La da 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 da. West side of my mind. La da 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 da. West Coast dreaming. West side of my mind. La da 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 da. West side of my mind. La da 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 da.
West Coast Dreaming. Hybrid the Rapper, Rush the Guillotine.
Yes, sir. We was West Coast dreaming.
All right, Hybrid, man. We're going to do shout-outs because I got another guest coming up next, man. So they going to want their time to shine, too, man. So, shout-outs.
Yes, sir. Well, once again, man, big shout-out to y'all for putting me on and always giving me an opportunity to do my thing, play my songs, and let me talk my talk. Big shout-out to Epiff for the alley-oop. And I appreciate being here. Shout out to everybody who was on the album. I ain't gonna name all the features, but several of my homies was on there. But the album dropped today, so it's West Coast Field Trip, all platforms. It's everywhere. So go check it out. Follow me on all social media, and I appreciate all the support if you do already. And just keep rocking with me, man. I got a lot coming, and hopefully y'all stick with me.
Word up. So tell them what's your handle, man. Is it Hybrid the Rapper on all platforms?
Yes, sir. Hybrid the Rapper on social media and streaming services. So no matter what you use, just type that in there. songs are everywhere from TikTok, Instagram to iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all that good stuff. YouTube, definitely follow me. Or you can just go to my website or my Bandcamp. It's all on hybridtherapper.net or hybridtherapper.bandcamp.com. And I got all types of different music and projects. So definitely link up with me, and a lot more coming.
All right, Hybrid. It was nice having you again, man. Blessings. Keep that Kentucky West flow going, bro.
Yes, sir. Rap Fiend Radio.
Rap Fiend Radio. Peace out, brother. 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 Fiend Radio. Peace out.